Hello everyone, I hope you're having a great day. Today's video is featuring a cat block that I came up with, and it measures 16 inches by 18 inches. This is just a mock-up drawing. And to assemble this, what I thought I'd do is start from the first row, working across from left to right, and then from then on I'll be in groups of 4 blocks. So the top row will be in groups of 2. I do have some HSTs that are 2.5 inch square that I'm trying to use up. So some of these will look scrappy, which is what I'm trying to do here. So the first is a HST with a 2.5 inch background, another 2.5 inch with another HST. You want to make sure that you've got the points both facing, with the darker facing to the lower left. And then you have 2.5 inch squares joined together, or you could substitute that, which I may do here, with one 2.5 by 4.5, and then another 2.5 HST with a 2.5 inch square. This one is facing the opposite of the others because this will form the ears. So let me go ahead and do that, and then we'll go on to the next row. So in row 2, we're doing sections of 4 patch squares. And again, if you have a background that's 2 of the low volume background, you can switch them out for 2.5, 4.5 potato chip in its place if you prefer. So to begin with, starting from the left, you're going to have 2 color dark 2.5 inch squares, 2 light background, and I'm going to replace those with the potato chip. And then you're going to have another series of 2.5 inch squares, and I think I will leave those as they are, and then you will join those with 2.5 inch squares. Then you're going to have a 4 patch of color, and then follow that with 2.5 inch squares in color with the low volume 2.5 inch squares on the right hand side. So what I'll do is I'll do these in sections, but I'm not joining any of the sections together yet. I'm just trying to get each row coordinated, and then from there we'll start assembling these into the final pieces. I also am not going to do any of the pressing until I have all 5 row sections done, because that's when I can make a decision whether to press one way or the other. I hope that makes sense. This is how my mind is working through this pattern. The third row has similar elements to the row above it. So we start off with 2 of your background squares, again with 2 of the lighter background squares. I'm going to use a 2.5, 4.5 potato chip in place of the 2 squares here, because I'm joining it with a flying goose that I had in my scrap bucket, which measured excuse me, 2.5 by 4.5. You could use 2 HSTs. The important part is how they face. You're also going to make another one of those that goes at the end of the row with them facing the other way. So you're going to be joining the background to the tip end and not to the solid part of the wings. And then you're going to be making a 4 patch, again with your chosen fabric choice. If you haven't picked up on the fact yet that this is going to be an ISpy themed quilt, I was part of an exchange and I did receive a lot of different children's fabric, so I decided to do it with this block. And here we are on to row 4. So again, we have 2 dark potato chips, 2.5 inch squares, sorry. 2 lighter background of the same. We have an HST that is facing with the darker side to the lower right. Another set of 3 2.5 inch squares. Then I've got an old flying goose that measures 2.5 by 4.5. You could use two 2.5 inch HSTs if you wanted to. You need to make sure that they are facing this way. And then I've got another 2 HSTs, and if you had an opposite flying goose, you could certainly use that in its place. So I'll need to join that together before this becomes a mini block. And then we have another 2.5 inch square of the darker sewn together with another, and then another HST facing in the lower left, and then beneath that we have another darker 2.5 inch square. So after this we have one more row, and then we can start joining these sections together. And this brings us to the last row, row 5, where we have two 2.5 inch squares with 2 HSTs, and the HSTs are pointing inside, and then we have 3 4 patch that are all made out of 2.5 inch squares. So let me go ahead and do that, and then we can start putting this all together. So now that I have each group pieced together, I'm now going to start making them into larger units. So what I've decided to do is I'm going to take the first 2 sections in the first row and piece them with a 1/4 inch seam. I'll do the same in row 2, and then that will be pieced together, and that'll become my upper left hand corner unit. And then I'll do the same thing on the right hand side. So I'll take the first 2 in row 1 and then add them together with the first or the right hand side in row 2, and that'll become another unit. And then for the next group, it'll be the row 3. So again, I'll take the first 2 blocks in row 3 and the first or the right hand blocks in row 3 and piece those, and then finish up with rows 4 and 5. So I'll scoot those up. So these will again be joined here, and then these 2 here, and then I'll add one more seam, and that'll become a final unit. So in each row we're going to end up with 3 groups, and then we'll have 2 columns. I hope that makes sense. So we'll have the first group, the center group, the bottom group. That'll be my left hand column, and then my right hand column will be the same thing. So let me do those 2 sections, and then I'll show you what I've come up with. So I now have both columns pieced together, so the left hand and the right hand, and I'll just quickly show that to you. So now I will just do this 1/4 inch seam, and then it's all done. So here it is all done, my Scrappy kitty block. I've made it kind of an ISpy with the fabric that I had on hand. I wasn't afraid to swap out some of the pieces from 2.5 inch squares to the 4.5 by 2.5. You could also upsize this by making this out of charm packs. I will have this pattern on my website at www.sewwithdebee.com. Give me a few days to get that organized for you. I eventually will finish this off. I'm thinking I'll either do another panel, or I'll add a really interesting border that I've sketched out in my design book. I'd like to know what you think about this pattern. So until next time, please sew safely and sew with Debee. Have a great day, and bye for now.